Hello guys, Chakra Kimmy back here once again. And yeah, you still tired of the video. I'll just say I'm sorry. I made the whole announced live stream video, and I was choking up on words and everything else. But I made that video, and I saw like some pieces and clips of the live stream. I was like, we didn't learn nothing in this trailer. Nothing happened. I don't know what rocks I was smoking or what was happening. I re-looked at the live stream because I keep seeing articles about new trailer and gameplay. I'm like, where? Where did this happen at? And it was in the live stream. You just gotta dig deep. Gotta dig deep and keep moving forward. Like Rocky, you gotta dig deep and deep. Now before we get to the whole trailer analysis, right? We gotta go to the websites and we gotta go to the articles, because I went as far when I started seeing like there was actually a trailer. I was over here putting Japanese comments in the translator. No, you fool! To see maybe, cause like they're showing off this character. I was like maybe they got some inside of it, because I'm not able to understand what Suda and those guys are talking about. So maybe the guys in the comment section, I can break it down that way. But I got no success from that. But the reason why I brought the articles is I'm gonna do the trailer analysis and everything else to got for it in two different ways. But in this case, I'm not reading the information. I'm getting the images from this, because we do get trailers, individual trailers that show off Fu, Mr. Black Hole, and really, I was not expecting his name to actually be Golden Joe. His name is actually Golden Joe. That's like, we got that in the character cards. I don't know what it says on the character cards, but we do get the names. So if you're wondering, we got Food Usual, and we have Mr. Blackhole, which is confirmed as his name, and then we have that Golden guy, which I can't remember what I called him in the last few videos. We got the Golden guy whose name has been revealed to be Golden Joe. Golden Joe. I don't know. In this case, I don't know why I find it funny. It's just maybe I watch too much of Absolute No John. No, but also some more screenshots are shown off. We already know there was going to be a space battle inside the game, but as far as I know, I still cannot tell who we're fighting inside this space battle. It can be that guy inside the giant bubble suit, or it can just be really anybody. We have multiple phases of the fight, but I can't really sit here and say who it is. Particularly, technically could be anybody. It could potentially somebody we haven't seen before. But from the all-star lineup that we already has, I don't know who this could be. Maybe, just maybe this is Mr. Wormhole. You never know, cause like we do have it side by side with Mr. Black Hole, and the other one is blue. And it could be Mr. Black Hole, or maybe another form. Maybe another form. Maybe another phase of the boss fight. Who knows? But with the first of those two aspects, with those images, I just say maybe that is Mr. Wormhole. You never know, because Shido was together, but you can't confirm that they're the same. Also, another thing I like, another thing that I like. Like on these character cards and images, right? They all got them packaged like they're toys you can go buy in the store, even or not. It's a fun novelty. If the collector's edition that we'll get to later does not have this, it'll be criminal, absolutely criminal. Cause like even here with the Travis Touchdown round, it says "Try me," special feature, Beam Katana. Now, you guys remember what I said before? That's not the usual katana, man. I thought it looks more like the fully charged versions from Travis Strikes Again, but you can get when you get up to level 3. But nah, it's just the way the shape of the packaging. Or maybe no, that isn't. No, that might be a sharpened tip. Let me zoom in here. Let me zoom in, cause it looks like nah. But it's just the regular beam katana. It's just the shape of the plastic, but the hilt is different though. It is different. So I just. I was not expecting this. I was not expecting to go on this. Cause like I already knew that Shinobu and Bad Girl was gonna be in the game, because they have to, especially all the teasers inside Travis Strikes Again. So when I saw this lineup with Jean, I was just like, what is Jean doing there? She's just a cat, and like how is she able to talk in like the whole test bake section? It was just like it was mad. It was just like, alright, it's gonna be something. I wasn't making anything special at all. You got a character for the Damon's assistant Shinobu, Bad Girl, and Gene. But I looked at the stuff and I was like, all right, we get to see some stuff here and there, but I wasn't taking it. I didn't know that we had all this information inside the trailer. I was dumbfounded, bamboozled, and potentially I've played myself. Potentially. Because when it refers to individual trailers, like with food, when it refers to Golden Joe and Mr. Blackhole, I don't think there's like too much in those trailers besides from, like some cutscene stuff, and like maybe them potentially talking, but Suda51 and the crew is giving commentary, so I can't really hear what's going on. But with the food one, when I speculated, which we all could see that food had a transformation, it seemed like we could actually see this transformation actually happens inside the no, I don't want the cafeteria. Get out of here, get out of here, get out. But yeah, since in that particular individual character trailer, we do get to see food's transformation. This is a terribly put together video. This is the rawest you're gonna get here. This is like, you can't get more raw than this. Cause this is all before the trailer analysis. Cause I gotta get all these details. I gotta analyze this personally. Because it does seem like this is this point where food chooses to transform into its final form. Because we do see it in the actual trailer itself. And I'll give some more commentary then, but this could be the initial meeting. And the reason why I said could be is because we do get like an in-game interpretation of the reveal trailer. And sadly, Travis don't have the role, but it does seem like that's how the game going to initially start out. And this still could be the first time we encounter Fu in Center Destroy. But we'll get to all that stuff later. We get to all that stuff later. But we do get to see his full transformation here, with Fu in his second state, in his second form, as the eyes open up all around his body. But isn't going anywhere from that. And yeah, besides from all that stuff, I believe we do get to see some more of the city of Center Destroy. And this is the first time, in my opinion, I've seen the whole Center Destroy Hollywood logo out there. But besides from that, it goes up some stuff to show off in the trailer when it refers to images in the article. And now it's time to get to what you all is here for. What you all are showed for, the takeaways from the trailer. I'm not going to say in that like I can break down some Japanese. I'm not going to lie to people. I'm not going to bamboozle people like this. But when it refers to the actual trailer, now here's a question. Here's an honest, legitimate question. But that is that, what is the significance of Damon's assistant? Because this is like the second or third time that we had Damon's assistant, that French sounding woman, does the intro for a trailer. Not sure this could be for trailer aesthetics. We've seen this before, like some Saints Row things like that. But I'm just curious, was always Damon's assistant or secretary constantly doing the intros for these trailers? This is like the third or fourth one. What is the significance of this woman? Why is he here? Why? And we get the recreation in game with the intro of the initial reveal trailer with Travis, which goes into how it changed. Cause like he's not playing anything on the game, but this time, as he was just walking out with the robe, he just walks out in his boxers and a shirt with a neck brace. And he is wearing the whole death glove. But this time around, Jean is there, which she should have been there. And also another thing I didn't notice before, isn't this the first time that Travis has been on the bottom floor of the motel? Because I didn't think about this before, but when you think about it, isn't this the first time Travis has been on the bottom floor? How he finally upgraded his living arrangement. He finally went from the top floor to the bottom. And we get the user intro. Travis says the Empire Strikes Back, so what? Now the interesting thing here to break down is, you see what it seems like to be multiple spaceships. Now I was led to believe from the reveal trailer with Food that only Food had a spaceship, but it seems like from here, what I'm getting here with this whole shot, or the in-game shot where he looks out into the city, is not just Food's ship. It looks like there are multiple different ships. You have Food's ship over there to the far right. In the foreground back, there's like some type of transforming cube. And to the left of that, there's some type of thing that... Now that actually could belong to the girl. That one I should be zooming in on. That could belong to the girl in the chair. And the reason I say it is, it has one big dome. And we've already seen Travis somewhere later playing musical chairs. And why not play the ultimate musical chairs inside that place? And next to that we have... I don't know, it looks like a fallen meteor. Or it's like some moving star, but it's all black. Call it Black Stars for now. We have that looking spaceship, and we have the one with the X. And with the first of those two spaceships to the left, which easily can be where the points were in Center Destroy, Like you pay the fee, or you drive to the thing and you get beamed up into the boss fight, and then you fight him. And the reason why the cube could belong to Golden Joe, we see in the previous trailer that Travis fights Golden Joe in some type of all-out blacked out place. Now sure, this could be some robot discrimination or robotic alien discrimination with the whole, of course, the robot would choose the symmetrical cube, but it's not the cube, it obviously gotta be like the Black Comet. Yeah, it's called that shit to the far left under the X, the Black Comet. But the one for the X is quite curious, quite interesting. And with the whole thing with Fu's ship, at what point does Fu make the whole little throne on the beach? Another question. Because like, when you think about it, this is literally the first time Travis had a floor in a motel at the bottom. Arguably, he could easily pay for that whole motel. Easily, but when the first of those spaceships, I think we're missing like, that's about 5, no, 4, no, it was right, it is 5. It's 5, and we still got at least like 3 others, death row prisoners who don't have a ship. Because initially y'all came from Fu's ship. Maybe in the meantime, they got some more ships, but yeah. And then we have the 3 aliens shows up afterwards. Now it's not really shown where they came from. I'm getting some Battle of LA vibes here of these 3 spaceships, but they come down. These 3 aliens, they come down there. They drop down and seem like these are the brand new basic enemies. And also, what I've seen from the gameplay, because I've been playing No More Heroes Paradise on PS3 with those graphics, and playing the first game is way better than the second one, especially with that added open world. Sure, learning how to ride that bike was concerning, what was difficult at times, but you can master it. I believe in you. But in this case, and why I brought up the whole combat system thing is, in the first No More Heroes, which I don't think you was able to do in the second one, like if you dodged and moved out the way, or just blocked and moved the joystick left, or at least in Heroes Paradise, Travis would do it automatically dodge and get behind the enemy, and a normal enemy would be confused, and just with death metal, I just move out of the way and start slashing and dashing, which Travis later does in this trailer. Which I think also earlier in a previous trailer when I brought up the whole Ronin enemy guy, I did say it looks like Travis had some type of special dodge. Wrong. It came from Heroes Paradise was the first game. But onto these alien enemies. The reason why I went to the whole gameplay thing is, these enemies are holding weapons we haven't seen before. This is the first time, as far as I know, an enemy inside No More Heroes have had a shield. And arguably, you can argue that the whole alien thing could be some type of mistake from the Death Drive. Now, I'm not saying aliens never existed before, but you look at the design of the aliens, besides from Fu, and maybe this is a universal alien look off of Earth, they look extremely colorful, just like those enemies from Travis Strikes Again. That'd be one hell of a twist, even because of the Death Drive, Mark. Even because of the Death Drive, the aliens exist, or it messed up the timeline or something like that. Which, since Suda51 is inspired by Avengers, could be a funny twist. But in this case, we have 2 guys with some oversized, like scythe-looking axes, and we have that one that looks more like a female holding a shield. Yeah, holding a shield. And this could change gameplay, because the gameplay we actually see is some of the best No More Heroes stuff ever. The first game is better than the second game, in my opinion. Especially with the whole added open world and the gameplay, because I played No More Heroes 2. Maybe I didn't get as in depth with it, or maybe the first game is just that much better. Who knows? But in this case, they show up, and Shinobi's there, which is not surprising since usually when Travis shows up, Shinobi's not too far off eventually. So it's just, but the question is, you got Shinobu and Bad Girl here. But where's Bad Guy or Bad Dad? Yeah, I think his name is like no, not Bad Dad, Bad Man. Bingo. Where's Bad Man? Because it is confirmed that he shows up later and catch that nasty knee to the chest from Fu, but he's not here. So I think asking the aliens, are they aliens? Of course, Travis would do such a thing. But death of battle. Now the reason why I brought up the whole Gene thing because Gene is here in the lineup for like no apparent reason. What is Gene gonna do to a bunch of aliens? I'm suspicious because Gene was able to talk in real life in Travis Strikes Again, and all I'm saying is anything can happen. Anything can happen. I say Batgirl coming back to life. That's pushing it, right? That's pushing it. But how much you can believe? Because aliens are already implied with Captain Vladimir, but Batgirl coming back to life is a one-time thing. Doesn't matter. It's not like they brought back Death Metal or something. Cause so far I am concerned because we have not seen Death Metal Jr. Where is Death Metal Jr.? Where is he? Hopefully he is not killed off screen. I don't want Death Metal Jr. killed off screen. Garden of Sylvia, really. And it's funny how the whole thing is presented like it's some type of a video or live stream on YouTube, and it says the Garden of Sylvia, which does play into how Sylvia is a big time online influencer now, but it is what it is. And the French woman start talking, and eventually she goes into talk about No More Heroes 3 and the first 2 games, and how Travis became an assassin, rose up from the bottom, so now he's here. And then we have this random card from Suda 51. A random card, Grasshopper. Of course, that image is Suda. That image is Suda. Garden of like what? It doesn't make sense. How did Sylvia become a live streamer? How did she become a live streamer? How did this happen? This video is a mess. But it finally goes back to some gameplay in the Garden of Sylvia. And we see Travis taking one of those big guys, which I don't know if it's just for him that he's that size. Because the one that showed up early in the trailer that confronted Travis, Shinobu, Batgirl, and Jean didn't seem too large, but this one with the axe seemed pretty massive. So maybe there might be different sizes, or maybe he's just a massive guy, like those massive bodyguards from the second game. And you see Travis slice this enemy up, and he starts... He doesn't count. He starts to block, and you see that quick dodge I was mentioning earlier. He does it against this guy, get the halfway 360 thing, slow down. Now, the difference between the previous games is, before going to a quick time event, but could the suplexes, the body slams, the DDT, the brain busters, and the dragon throw, could it all be like a quick button in just you hit a quick button, you can instantly do it to anybody at any time, like some of the melee punches you hit, because there was like no quick time event here for it. So maybe it's still there, maybe it's not, because the death kills you still need to do the motion. But from what I've seen so far, the suplex is a move. Travis just literally dodged out the way and suplexed the guy on his back. And then Travis was picking up something, and it goes on top of his head, and they give the whole Travis name card, which is reasonable. It's a live stream introducing everything, but I'm questioning what is Travis playing with here. Because he is playing with something clearly. Well, not really playing with something. He is messing around with something, and it does seem like this is on Fool's ship, and this could be further playing into how this is like the first stage or the beginning levels of No More Heroes. Because not like this entire intro part has thrown me off. It really has. I just thought that he's just going to get to the ship, but apparently he's not going to go straight to the ship, and it could be some in between time. Like Mr. Black Hole being out there and Golden Joe being out there, so it's just I'm still interested how this all gonna come all together into the open world. I'm still curious. I'm still interested because arguably that thing Travis was playing with could easily be like some type of teleporter or somewhere along the lines of that, but I don't know. Because it does comes down to his head. Maybe it's a mistake. Maybe he's just playing around with a toilet or something. Who knows? It's space technology. And it goes into Shinobu Jacobs and Batgirl. And it goes back to Travis Strikes Again gameplay. Now we get some more footage here. So some more footage of the Garden of Sylvia. We have the usual food. Like I do question what type of power-up aura thing food does have. Because we know it can trigger a transformation or like a super explosive wave type attack. Well, you see he brings it up like multiple times. Like once confronting Travis outside his own motel, on which, how do we get from point A to point B? Because obviously, you confront food like 3 different times. You get into his spaceship, you confront him there. Then off of the spaceship, you confront him in front of the motel. And then later, you confront him on the beach outside of his throne, like you're doing like an entire flashback homage to Gene. Which makes you question, will Fu find out about Travis fast? Will Fu and Travis be more similar than we think he is? Who knows? He lets us the order, and it shows off that Mr. Black Hole showing up with the aliens, on which he did go through with his promise. He did show back up. You can admit that. But then in the next scene, you have technically we've already seen like a version of this scene before, with Fu on top of the board members table, with all the board members dead. Now, I don't know if this is meant to be the exact same scene, because before it was just passed out, so maybe they updated the scene where there's blood and stuff splattered all over the place, which I predicted, right, he did kill him. It wasn't implied that he killed him, so it's just, I believe it's the same scene, but you have the death metal one, or not death metal, the rock metal one. You got Golden Joe, Fu, the girl in the chair, and that one I call Accelerate. Also, we had somebody else. There's somebody else, so that's not a previous character. Now, I speculated, like in the lower left corner, you can see it now. I speculate that there could be somebody else. Not speculate, I speculate how previously, after you saw the whole missiles blow up in the area, and Travis was in a place surrounded by fire, in the previous trailer, he was finding some type of woman. Now, I speculated maybe it's one of Fu's black hole prisoners, it could be this and that, but apparently she is hanging out with him. So, maybe Fu recently killed her, maybe she's an alien, or maybe it's something, but that girl I was talking about previously, she is there. I'm gonna date it on. And refers to what's on the table on the hologram, I do not know what it is. That is a star. Now, we all know that since the first game, there has been a bunch of, when it first like Travis's symbol unofficially, it's been like a bunch of broken stars, a bunch of shattered and fractured stars throughout and throughout. We've seen this time and time again, especially with the No More Heroes 2 loading screen. Now, I'm not saying this might have a connection to Travis, but who knows? Because technically, aside from getting revenge on Travis, why does Fu want to take over Earth specifically? What does Earth have that no one else, well, that no other place have throughout the universe? What's so special about it? Is Fu just bored one day and just saying, I want to rule a planet? Or is there an ulterior motive? Is there something on Earth, just like the Cybertronians, that Fu also needs to satisfy himself? Or just to be happy with? Who knows? Just because arguably you could say those 5-pointed jagged stars of a hologram is just pointing towards the middle, and just that middle center to destroy. You could say that, but who knows? But it does have some type of significance. So you see, Damon's still there. Damon is still full on board. So I'm questioning what is the significance of the secondary, and how would Damon tie into this? Will we get our one-on-one boss fight? Because it seems like you confront Fu and Damon at 2 different times. Because Damon is going to have to get brought into the equation eventually, and Travis is going to have to meet Damon. Because I'm sorry, I don't believe that first beating Travis gave Damon was good enough. He needed another one, because what he did to Dr. Juvenile is outright criminal. Criminal. And then you have Travis just walking towards. And remember, previously I said in the previous trailer, like they could have been on top of Damon's CEO building rooftop, and when Fu first showed up, because you saw those pillars in the background, but apparently this ties into something totally different. It ties into a different Fu boss encounter. Because you see those same pillars on the throne that we wasn't able to see in the previous trailer, that I speculate was on top of the building. It was not on top of the building. It was on this particular boss fight where Fu was on the beach with the sand brushed through and combed up, and Travis confronted him. Now in this part in particular, you are able to slightly hear some of this dialogue that he says to Fu. With puffy hair, scary eyes, which is just because we've never heard like a direct interaction between Travis and Fu, because that is two personalities that would be interesting to see in this game. You don't know how each other react to each other. Travis is Travis, and Fu is a mystery to me. So the confrontation, the showdown, and how Fu just allowed Travis to get this close, is just a final boss fight that's been shown off, or is it just a mid-game boss that we'll later return to? Who knows? Who knows? And it goes to Travis lighting up the blade like we usually see in the trailers. And we get to see some more No More Heroes gameplay. I'm glad they was able to bring back the enemy clashes where you gotta move the joystick and do it quickly in time. And yes, quick time event, slice him right in half. But this time Travis's blade turns red. Well, beam katana turned red, with his steel, which potentially could still have the whole charge feature like I brought before. As in, like you hit enough enemies at a period of time and it charged up red. Which I never figured out in that game what it was supposed to do. I forgot what it was supposed to do. But in that game, it looks like a bronze sword. In this game, it just looks like the normal beam katana. We get some more gameplay, some more Travis dodging. Now this is different. The reason I say this difference is, this is the gameplay I was talking about. Oh, it's excellent. But the difference is here. In No More Heroes 1 and 2, when you use a lock on or dodge or roll or anything like that, it will only be towards that one particular enemy. But you see in this trailer, in this particular trailer, Travis was able to dodge somebody who's completely behind him, which he wasn't locked onto, which could imply they have further evolved the gameplay of No More Heroes, and this game is shaping up to be fantastic. This look excellent. This look great. And also, you see what I'm talking about? When I speculated before the beam katana, and it might have an extra effect, you see what I'm talking about? How Travis started using the beam katana, and it seems like the blade strokes are still there as he continues the combo. But it goes away. So maybe it was just like an aesthetic type of thing where slow-mo, look at all this damage like from Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, and then blam, it goes back to normal. It could be an actual effect, or it could not be. But also, in the first game, I'll get to some of the first game stuff, but in the first game it does seem like the beam katana does get longer in some instances, but in this case this is a lot different. The beam katana go from about a good 2 feet to about at least 5 to 6 when it turns red. And we also get another boss fight with Travis inside the test armor. He's in space, and he's going against Mr. Black Hole in space, and it still says phase 1 on that boss fight, but I speculated earlier Mr. Wormhole can be in the game, and it's still a possibility. Still a possibility. Because like in that previous like Mr. Wormhole image, right, who I speculated to be Mr. Wormhole, it also said phase 1. So unless Mr. Blackhole is switching back and forth between the red and the blue, maybe they actually did fuse together, who knows. But I'm assuming this is 2 different boss fights, but I can't confirm that. And also they brought back the, like I said before, they brought back the whole quad beam katana. And you got Travis shaking it up to charge it up like always, like usual. And also, I'm thinking about it. And it goes back to how they further evolved the gameplay, because previously, if I recall, like no enemy actually jumped inside No More Heroes, like nobody. Not even Travis himself can actually jump. Everybody just stayed to the ground. But now you have this biker guy who was inside that girl in the chair boss fight. I need a better nickname for her. Girl in the chair. GOC, bingo, I call it that. In that GOC boss fight with that girl in the chair, we do see a bunch of these motorcycle guys, so it seems like it's rather some grunts that Fu hired to be a part of the invasion, or they're also just aliens, because he jumps into the air, Travis gets behind him, and he charges up the quad beam katana, and he just goes ballistic. So I think this is more of just like the whole, when the strokes of the beam katana is left over, is more of an aesthetic effect of slow down time than it being anything like something that has anything to do with the upgrade. Split him in half. Because when I was playing like Heroes Paradise, I did kind of miss the blood that would fly all over the place as you split somebody in half. I will admit that, and I can't help it. But also, it seems like when Travis switches over to the touchdown armor, I know it has an official name, alright, I know about that, but I don't feel like saying that whole Glosberry type of thing. I'm not gonna remember that. Cause and the reason why I just well, I'm back and the footage cut off and I lost unknown amount of footage. But I was saying before, I understand it has an official name, the whole touchdown armor, but I'm just gonna call it the touchdown armor. But first, in this case, it does seem like you can quick time evade death. That was time. It does seem like I was saying before that you do get to fight Mr. Black Hole inside of space. So I don't know if Mr. Black Hole can turn into other form where it makes him blue, we're implying that Mr. Black Hole and Mr. Wormhole has finally fused into one character, or if Mr. Black Hole and Mr. Wormhole is two different boss fights where you fight them in space. But as you can see, the touchdown armor, it does have long range weaponry. It does have long range capability. So maybe this is an upgrade for the army itself, or this is like Travis just activates exclusively during a boss fight. So it could be the whole mech that be outside. That was outside of Death Metal's that's inside Death Metal's pool. It could be that, but I think it's just like an upgraded version of the initial touchdown army. That's all I think it is. You see Travis firing stuff at him. See Travis charging the quad beam katana as a guy rushes him from the back. And like I said before, that I don't believe No More Heroes enemies have ever jumped. Just like how Travis never did jump in the first two games. But maybe it was something like Bastard Jr., but I don't think you really call that jumping. Or like jumping to attack yet. Like a boss could have did it, but like a basic enemy, like no. And see Travis dodges up the way of it, slow down time, and just goes back to hitting him, slashing. And I believe this is like the point where I say like this is what I believe like the whole beam strokes of the beam katana is not like some type of extra damage or some type of activated charge attack. It's just something that happens during slow down time. You would see like the beam strokes and you slashing and dashing. So I think it's just purely for that type of case where it refers to the whole beam katana, the beam katana strokes just staying left over. Can you see when Travis hit this guy and decapitate him? It just goes back to normal, just like earlier when he slammed the beam katana down the other guy. It just goes back to normal. And this is the point I was about to bring up, where it seems like you can both insta kill somebody with a quick time event in the touchdown armor and for outside the touchdown armor. So it seems like Travis does have this armor right off the back at the beginning of the game, and he activated Safu's ship. So, because at this point, I can't really say for 100% fact that at what point of the game things are happening. Because I don't know if I brought this up before or not, but there's like 3 different points where you fight Fu. Like 3 outside of Travis's motel. You got the whole scene at the beach, and apparently it's like you just hop into a ship or encounter him inside the ship. So it's just, maybe it's only 2, maybe it's 3, but why did Fu let you live the first time? Because you let Damon live the first time? It was just, Fu just showed up to give you your daily ass beatings? Because after the quick time event, you see Travis goes into the touchdown armor, and then he fights the blue one, and that also is saying phase 1. So is that also Mr. Black Hole? And it's just Mr. Black Hole and Wormhole fused together, or is it just 2 different boss fights? And Mr. Black Hole and Mr. Wormhole are just 2 different bosses. Hopefully that's the case. We're gonna spend some more time with Travis in space, as Travis touchdown armor looks like a Gundam. But if it's just one, that'd be fun as well. Cause I can, cause she's not saying anything related to it, just showing off gameplay. And you see Travis like blocks some attacks, gets behind them, 1, 2, 3 slash. So you see them beam strokes being left over, and right after it just disappears. And like I said before, split them right in half. Look at that blood. Look at that fruit juice. And I also love the music that was playing throughout the entire thing, because you think about it, No More Heroes, like some of the themes and some of the subjects, it's not really a fun, nice little game. Because sure, people get obliterated, but to a certain degree, it's just when you sit back and look at the entire thing, after all the laughs and the ha-ha funnies are gone, after all that, Travis got a really sad life. And arguably, even the life he's living now, Death Metal told him, you're just going to end up just like me. And look at him. We don't know how Death Metal Jr. is born, but Travis has a son. All I'm saying is, I'm not saying Travis would die, but isn't it like that'd be too far-fetched? But it goes straight into the reveal if I've been new about the No More Heroes $1 trillion trilogy that also coming out November 1st. Not only can you get No More Heroes 3, you can get the first 2 games and the 3rd game, all for one big combo package. And I believe I saw on some site it was like $99 for the Killology back after the live stream happened. And I think I'll quickly look this up, the No More Heroes trilogy. Because right here it's saying something about the Switch, on which I think is referring to the Switch version of the game. But I gotta see what all the extra little goodies it comes with. Trillion dollar trilogy. That's an excellent. You gotta give it to Suda. He could name some stuff pretty real. He could name that stuff excellently. But for the $1 trillion trilogy, has all 3 games physicals. Of course, is this released in the summer in Japan. The pre-order for window for the standard collector's edition packs is the game has closed, unfortunately. But the latest news: all hope is not lost. Article from thegamer.com. You already know that the 3rd game yesterday during the experience. We introduced the $1 trillion trilogy. The special collector's edition will also be launched on August 27th and will come with a special box featuring a serious character design. The box will come with art featuring art that comes from the series character designer Yuka Koyaki. Unfortunately, there was no sign of a Western release for the special edition. No, Suda! Darn you! You gotta rob me like this. But yeah, apparently there's no confirmed thing for the release of the $1 trillion trilogy in the West. Damn you, Suda. But alright then. But that's for the initial trailer. They just go into some gameplay stuff. But I did see later on there are some stuff with Golden Joe. Cause you see some stuff with Mr. Black Hole. He's talking. Wait, go back. Who's talking? He's just talking through some grunts. And I can't really tell if he's talking or not. Same thing with the Golden Joe gameplay. I can't really tell that he's like if you hear his voice, but you do see in 2 separate sections, daytime and nighttime, that it seems like he's talking to somebody. Then later in the nighttime, you see him talking to Fu. So this really does make me wonder how is the whole open world going to be incorporated to an entire city that's been invaded by aliens. And I did bring up, did they expand Santa Destroyer or not? Because Santa Destroyer is pretty big in the first game, but could they make it even bigger? In this game, could already said they are. So maybe the city they blew up was across the planet. Maybe the city that blew up was in Santa Destroy, blew up a piece of it. Who knows? But it goes into the recap the whole Damon thing, and the thing I wanted to get into was the whole Gene minigame. That's what that question is. Cause I brought up the Gene minigames, but would Gene be able to talk in this game, or just the whole text-based thing was just a whatever? Cause it seems like you're just throwing a ball to her and that's it. With the whole Gene minigame, but besides from that, I have scraped the top and bottom. Now they do show us some images, right? Some images of some of the places in Santa Destroy. Cause another thing about there's that one big oversized structure. And also was Travis's Motel next to a pizza joint? I don't remember Travis's Motel being next to a pizza joint. When did this happen? When did this occur? But apparently the motel, or at least Travis is inside a new motel. It looks like the same old one because it's got the same wall. But I remember the first game it being next to a pizza joint. That's that might be a change. Then you have this one long street that shows off the Santa Destroy sign. I'm gonna get into that large structure, but I hope you're able to see that in the open world game. I really do. But when the first of that structure, in a what if scenario, just it does make me re-question. I can't understand what Suda's saying. Sorry, I just do not speak Japanese. But in this case, it's just confirmed that we're in like Steel and Santa Destroy, and maybe over the past 10 or so years, it has evolved. We're not able to see what Santa Destroy looked like inside the second game, and plus it being at least, well, the chapter is like roughly 30 in that game, a good 9 years since then, and Travis has been gone, so maybe things have changed. But why does Fu have this big oversized structure here, particularly, specifically, is unknown. Because we all know that Damon did not live in Santa Destroy, which makes you question, how did Damon even find Travis in the first place? Whether Fu's an alien or not, Fu doesn't even know what Travis looked like. What, some random security cam footage? So that's another question. How did Fu find Travis in the first place? And then when he did find Travis, then there's another question. There was that one part of the map and Santa Destroy that we wasn't able really to go to, that was far up, and it seemed like the map extended further than that. So you do have that one area there, and like some stuff that could be out towards the bottom. So it could be those. Because I now think about it in the map, there was that area where it seemed like the map could extend further, and at the bottom there was a bridge that leads to somewhere. So it could be that. But when it refers to this massive structure, I don't know why. And if Fu put that there, then he's just gonna make Earth his permanent. Cause he didn't say he wanted to take it over, but you're just gonna drop an entire building right there in the middle. What's the point? He's like, where's the military? Where's the government? It is what it is. Fu is Fu after all. And then we get some more images. Because one of Travis's current motel, which is just, jeez, they still got the giant anime girl poster. Is that a stripper pole? That's not a stripper pole, is it? Now let me zoom this in. I gotta see this image with my own two eyes here. That looks like a legit stripper pole right there. Why you got a stripper pole inside the motel, Travis? Matter of fact, where is he even living at? How did he get the bottom floor? What, the owner just said, screw it, there's too many people dying here, I'm leaving, and just left the key to Travis? But the more interesting thing is, Travis is talking to some type of tree, or he's talking to some type of person fused into a tree. Maybe this is like some type of AI, maybe it's an actual character we used to know, but he is talking to somebody into a tree. Cause we did see this earlier on, but I thought he's just going up to like a mini game or something. But apparently that tree could be an actual person he can talk to. Maybe it's Gene. I know it's a one-off type of thing, but randomly you can argue maybe it's just Gene, and somehow Gene grew into a plant. And I talk about some of the mini games. Hey, I was never informed they showed off gameplay. I didn't know you can cut grass in the first game. But as far as that whole water Pacific type of thing where you clean up trash, that also was in the first game. I didn't know about it until I played it. So once again, you get to pick up some trash, and it seemed like what type of, did Travis just suplex a damn crocodile? What the hell is this? What is happening? He's just suplexing it. Wait, he just suplexed an alligator. How did he just suplex an alligator like that? Look at, then he suplexed another one right on his back. I was never informed of this, but we do see Travis showing off the glove again, but no one told me all this stuff was in a trailer. I was never informed of this. I was never told this stuff was in the live stream. I just thought that it was just they talked about some stuff and that was it. But apparently we have all this stuff going down. I was blinded. I was not using my site properly. Like I could have reported on this stuff day one, but it's even better now that I have my laptop here. So guys, this that's pretty much it. It brings up some interesting questions of speculation about whether Mr. Wormhole and Black Hole is the same person. Why Fu apparently dropped an entire building into Center Destroy? Why set up shop in Center Destroy? And what type of beef would Travis and Fu have in this game? Because technically, we have not really heard too much dialogue between them said. And besides from that whole few glints, oh those redden eyes. That's maybe Fu is the one Travis has been waiting for his entire life. And so far, we have seen no type of gameplay of Henry to this very point. We've seen that one few click shots to Destroy Man. I wish it just never showed up Destroy Man. But what I was about to get into? What was I about to get into? Damn you. I was about to get into something, but we do got the official name. Golden Joe is his name. Mr. Black Hole, Golden Joe, Fu. We just need everybody else, and then we have the full roster. That'd be hilarious to release like some trading cards to this game, but I doubt that would happen. But oh yeah, that's pretty much been my overall takeaways from the live stream. I'd like to say, give you guys one big apology because I didn't think all this stuff was inside the live stream. I was unaware. So Suda51 apology. I didn't take the live stream seriously, and I was my own fan base an apology because I didn't report on this stuff when I should have. But sorry for that one. I'm not gonna look at that live stream chat. I'm not. I've seen enough toxic stuff. I ditch Reddit for a reason. I was never even a part of Reddit, so it's just yeah, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys were able to understand some of the things I was able to get. And this is all just, of course, as you can tell, first reaction, just looking at this and reacting to it. Yeah, literally, before I record this video, I just seen the trailer, just in and there. So good thing I did get those other images and stuff out of the way. But I don't know how much footage I was able to save, how much I was record. This might end up being a bad video. But I hope you guys like the video. Like, comment, subscribe. And what are some of you thoughts and viewpoints? Are you more hyped up for the game? Because I am. I seen that gameplay and it looks fantastic. Look at that speed. Look at them beam katana strokes. Look at the way Travis ducking and dodging. This is the reason why I consider the first game better than the second one. Maybe I was playing the second game wrong. I don't know. But that first game is a different breed. This game will also be open world. What is Golden Joe talking to Fu about? And what does Damon Assistant have to do with anything? Why is she getting all of this focus? Why? She's even on the Kill Trilogy box. What is her purpose? And where is, most importantly, where is Batman? Where is he? Let me Mr. Chocolate Candle, the guy thoughts and opinions, and peace. Arguably, this could be a terrible video. It depends.